Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Class 8, this is the last part of the explanation of the chapter, A Mother's Struggle. Let's have a little recap. Up till now, we have read that Aliza was trying to escape, and the why she was escaping, she was actually trying to save her son Harry. Okay, and then she was crossing the familiar part while holding her son. She was constantly holding her son. She was not able to feel the weight of her son because there were so many things going on in her mind. And she was just crossing and passing all the familiar part, and this she was not even knowing about because there were many things on her mind right now at that time. On highway, when she reached highway, she had her son walking by her side. She adjusted her dress and cap and hat and everything. Not the cap, hat. Then they reached a little part where she gave breakfast to the son. First they were hidden behind a rock, and then she gave this breakfast to the child. The child tried to feed her as well, but she felt that it was if she is going to eat, it will choke her. Then they reached a little farmhouse, neat farmhouse, where she had a little rest, and she bought some dinner for her child and for herself. By the end of this last video that we have watched already, she entered the village of T by Ohio River. Okay, and she knew that this Ohio River is actually between her and the freedom that she wants. Let's get on with the next paragraph explanation. Paragraph 9. It was now early spring, earlier time of the spring, because the winters was about to finish, and the river was still swollen and turbulent. Turbulent means now the water, the ice was melting, so the river was becoming more and more, having more water in it, and a lot of waves were there. It was swollen. Swollen means a lot of water inside. Great cakes of floating ice. She could see that many parts of floating ice, because the ice was melting. Okay, so before than that, the whole land and the whole water, the whole Ohio River was packed with most probably ice, hard ice. But now, because it's melting, so big pieces of ice were floating here and there, were swinging heavily to and fro in the turbid water. Turbid water means a lot of water moving with a lot of waves. Eliza stood for a moment. For a few minutes, she just stood there and she thought about this unfavorable aspect of the things. Unfavorable means she did not like it. It was not actually favoring her because she wanted to go towards the other side of the Ohio River. So now, because of this ice, floating ice, most probably now it would be very difficult for her to reach the other part of the river, because ferry boats will not be running then. The ferry boats which were there to help people going from one side of the Ohio River to the other side, to the other bank of the Ohio River, now definitely they will not be running, and it will most probably prevent them from going here and there. Now, then now, after first she watched all the points that may be a little bit problematic for her, and then she turned to a small public house, a public house where people come and go and they can stay on the bank. On the bank means the river bank, and she went to this small public house to make some inquiries. Inquiries means she wanted to find out some of the things. That's why she went there. The hostess. Hostess means that public house person, the woman who was working there. She was busy in getting the evening meal ready. Okay, she was busy in making the evening food ready, the dinner ready, and she stopped with a fork in her hand. She was having a fork in her hand when she heard Eliza's sweet and sad voice. Sorrowful means sad voice. Arrested her means grasping her attention. What is it? She asked. What is it? She asked actually from Eliza. Eliza said, "Isn't there any ferry or boat that takes people over to the B? B now? B means the other part of the Ohio River, most probably a village there." "No, indeed," said the woman. "The boats had stopped running. The boats are not running now." Now, Eliza's look of dismay and disappointment struck the woman. Now she became, actually, dismay means sad, disappointed. So this Eliza was actually so sad after listening to it that the woman got a little bit shocked, and she asked inquiringly, "Anybody sick? You seem very anxious. Why you are so worried? Is someone sick?" Then Eliza said, "Yes, I've got a child that's very ill, and he's very sick, and I never heard of it till last night. I didn't get to know that he is ill till last night. So, and just because of that reason, I have walked quite a bit today. I have walked a lot today." There's a way of saying, in the hope of getting into the ferry. Just I was hoping, I walked and walked and walked just to reach the ferry so that I can take the boy, the child, to the other side. "Oh, well, now that's very unlucky," said the woman, whose motherly sympathies were much aroused. Now, because every woman now feels like a mother, so she said, "I'm very much concerned. I'm really very much concerned for you." "Well, take him into this room," she said. "You can take the child into this room," opening into a small bedroom, where stood a comfortable bed. There was a comfortable bed, so Eliza laid the weary boy, the tired boy, upon it, and held his hand in hers while he was fast asleep. She was holding the head of the boy while the boy slept. For her, there was no rest. She could not rest because there was some fire in her bones to save her child somehow at every cost. And just the thought of the hunters, the kidnappers, it was urging her on. Urging her on means making her go quicker and faster. And she gazed with longing eyes on the sullen surging water that lay between her and liberty. She was looking at the waters to somehow get away, to pass the river and go to the other side. Sullen, angry, surging water, constantly moving water, constantly, because it was so there was so much water in it because of the melting of this snow and ice, and it was becoming angry in a way, like the water was a lot of water was there, and it was moving constantly. Okay? About 3/4 of an hour. 3/4 of an hour means, suppose 1 hour, this is 1/4, second quarter, 3/4. So 3/4 of an hour means 45 minutes. Okay? So about 3/4 of an hour after Eliza has laid her child to sleep in the village public house, after 45 minutes, around after 45 minutes, the pursuer came riding into the same place. The people who were coming after her, the kidnappers or the slave traders, they came to the same place. Eliza was standing by the window, looking out into the another direction, when Sam's quick eye caught a glimpse of her. Sam was one of the person, and Hallie and Andy were the other two. So Sam looked at her, he saw her, and Hallie and Andy were also there 2 yards behind. 1,000 lives seemed to be concentrated in that one moment. Just one moment when she saw that Sam has seen her. Her room opened by a side door to the river. What she did, she opened the room's door and she caught her child and she jumped the steps towards the river. The slave trader also caught a full glimpse, means saw her running out before she was disappearing down the bank. So he himself also came after her and he called Sam and Andy also, and they were all after her just like hound after a deer. In that dizzy moment, her feet to her limit seemed to touch the ground. She was not having this idea how she was moving, but she was just running. And a moment brought her to the water's edge. Just in one moment, she reached the water's bank. Right on behind, they came. Just after her, they came. And because of the strength she was having, just like God has given her to some desperate person, with one wild cry, she shouted one shout and just have a little jump. Okay? Now this jump was actually towards the turbulent current of the shore. She was running towards the river and it was on one of the ice part. She was having a little desperate jump which was impossible to anything but only madness and despair. Most probably she would have drowned. So actually she was just running towards the water with one wild cry and flying leap, means the running and jumping in a way towards the water current and on the raft of ice beyond. First she went towards the shore, the beach side, and then it was a desperate leap, it was a desperate jump on which she was actually trying to reach the ice. Okay, it was impossible to anything. It was just madness and despair because she was sad and she was crazy right now. The huge green fragment of ice, the huge green fragment means piece of ice on which she was alighted, she was standing. It cracked and creaked. Cracked and creaked means it broke and it made a sound as her weight came on it. But she stayed there not a moment. She stayed just for a moment there with wild cries, with shouts and desperate energy. She was having a little energy in her. She jumped from one to another, cake, piece of ice. Stumbling means she was falling a little, leaping, jumping, slipping, springing, jumping again towards again. Her shoes were gone. Her stockings means her socks cut from her feet, while blood marked every step because her shoes were gone, lost, as she was running and jumping on the ice. Her stocking means the socks were cut and the blood which was coming out of her steps from her feet, it was marking every step of hers. She saw nothing, she felt nothing, only she was dimly aware of just like as a dream, she saw the Ohio side. Okay? Learn to read 1. This is the end of the chapter. It's on page number 111. We have already done question number 1A and B. Now look at question number 1C. What was her first hurried outline of escape? What was her first plan of escaping? Her first plan of escaping was to cross the Ohio River. She wanted to cross the Ohio River and reach the other side. That was the first step. Now look at D part. When she reaches the village of T and looks at the river, what was she thinking about? She was thinking about the ferry, the boats, because of this floating ice, she will not be able to get it. And now how she is going to cross the river? She was thinking about this. What makes her disappointed and dismayed? What was the point which made her disappointed and dismayed? That's question number E. When she found that there was no boat, no ferry to take her across the river, and definitely then she was a little bit sad also. That made her disappointed and dismayed. Now question number F. What prompted Eliza to suddenly pick up her son and rush towards the frozen river? What prompts her? What happened? Yes, when she saw the pursuer, the hunters, the kidnappers, the slavers, slave traders, when she saw the slave traders, she suddenly picked up her son and rushed towards the frozen river. Question number G. What gives Eliza the courage to rush across the frozen water in spite of the risk involved? The risk was definitely that she could be drowned in the water. So what actually made her go towards this length? It was actually when someone is in trouble, God help. God gives some persons courage, and that was what helped Eliza at this moment also. Okay? Now look at question number 2. Discuss the following in pairs. Fortune favors the brave is a proverb which you may have heard. What qualities of Eliza enable her to make good her escape with her son? What were the qualities? We have already done many a time qualities. So which qualities of Eliza was helping her to make her son escape? Yes, she was having grit. She was having determination. She was having courage. A lot of love for her son. And these all qualities were helping her to save her son. Now there is another proverb which says it is the hour that produces the hero. The time that produces the hero. It means the circumstances the situation faced by the person are responsible for the heroism that he and she displays. What were the circumstances that brought out the courage and strength of mind that Eliza had within her? What were the points? What were the situation through which she actually showed her strength and courage? Number 1, the fear that her son will be taken from her. It was also a fear that her son will not be getting his freedom. He will be becoming a slave. This was the circumstances which actually helped her, showing her presence of mind, the strength of mind and the courage. Okay? That's the end of it. I hope you will do all the questions in the copy. Allah Hafiz.